The 70 sent out
Johnny Incognito.
incognito.
We're we are in Luke 10.
Luke 10.
Yeah.
So this is after the 12 disciples were sent
Yeah.
out.
So it's kind of cool
It
and
is,
it's good information for us
certainly.
because we could take some examples from this. Let's see how it goes.
Right, because Jesus is taking a little bit of initiative right now, and he said, yes, the 12 were good, but 82 is a little bit better.
Yeah.
That number is a little bit better in my head. It makes me a little
And then multiplication. Yeah.
right. It's some exponential growth, and we love
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
That's the type of growth we're looking for.
Yes.
After these things, mother, the Lord appointed 70 others also, and sent them out two by two, reminiscent of Noah and his ark, before his face unto every city and place where he himself was about to go.
Mm,
So kind of like his reputation preceding him.
maybe.
That
That's
was a little bit.
interesting. I didn't notice that before. Yeah.
Maybe Jesus was a perceivy person, right? He perceived things and like when you get rejected, let's look at the order of events, mother. He gets rejected in a village, right? So now he's like, okay, people don't like me. So now the people that are following me are now going to be, so like he needs to spread a better, like a good message to let everybody know. So there's a place for people to stay when they're going out and ministering for him, right? Because you don't want to send people
Yeah.
like the wine dressers that sent his son to go take his wine village back
Oh, yes.
like
Yes.
that kind of thing, but like you're just making a good environment for the people that you're sending out, I would hope. But at the
Hmm.
same time, you're not though. But
Wow.
who knows? But yeah, like getting the message out there, I guess.
That is interesting, isn't it? And he two by two he sent out his disciples too. So that part is, you know,
Reminiscent of Noah and his ark.
yeah. Yeah. The animals. All right, let's see.
Then he said to them, the harvest truly is great, but the laborers are few. Therefore, pray the Lord of the harvest to send out laborers unto his harvest. Go your way. Behold, I send you out as lambs among wolves.
Mm.
Carry neither money bag, knapsack, nor sandals, and greet no one along the road, because you're gonna get robbed, right? I mean, that's in
So
a way, right? It kind of is true.
so maybe I shouldn't be greeting people on the road because I'm always greeting people on the road.
Well, it's just like the propensity for random people that you don't know to just misuse you because they're never gonna see you again
Mm.
is so it's a misguided idea, but it is present.
Wow. So interesting, isn't it? I mean, he does say I send you out as lambs among wolves, which
Right, because what is a lamb gonna do? He's gonna be like, "Oh, what a nice wolf." You're not gonna tear my, face apart once we get across this alley.
I
But
know. It's
in
like, well,
reality, that still exists.
it's a danger. Yeah.
Right.
Hmm. All right.
Mm,
Verse 5, right?
yes. But whatever house you enter, first say, peace to this house.
Mm. We
For
never
real.
did that, do we? Peace to this house. Wow.
And if a son of peace is there, your peace will rest on it. If not, it will return to you. So the peace that is inside you, mother, will then reside in the house.
Right. From Jesus, right? Really. It's Jesus' peace, right? Peace
Right.
to this house. And if the Son of Peace is there, your peace will rest on it.
If
And
not, it will return to you.
yeah.
And remain in the same house, eating and drinking such things as they give, for the laborer is worthy of his wages. Do not go from house to house. Oh, okay.
So when you get
Whatever.
to a place, right? If you go into the house and your peace stays with them, then you stay in that house while you're in that area, right? I think that's what he's saying.
Right. I mean, like the people that you were staying with, you would hope wouldn't like, put too much of a burden on themselves. So that
Right.
you would, because that's kind of what it is, right? This isn't like now America where we have food all the time that you can go get. Like there was a
Right.
little bit of scarcity of goods.
It could be, yeah, no, I understand, but then God can multiply it too, and somehow it
Right.
could,
Obviously, Moses has the faith, but famine
yeah,
also existed, and he didn't want these people to die, right?
yeah, right. No, we don't. We don't want him to die. Exactly.
And if a son of P, so you get the peace back, and remain in the same house, and whatever city you enter, and they receive you, eat such things as are set before you, and heal the sick there, and say to them, the kingdom of God has come near to you. But whatever city you enter, and they do not receive you, go out onto its streets and say, the very dust of your city which clings to us, we wipe off against you. Nevertheless, know this, that the kingdom of God has come near you. But I say to you that I will be more tolerable in that day of Sodom than for that city.
Wow.
So, I mean, look, you don't get to yell at Simon and then tell people to go wipe the dust off their boots.
Say that again. Sorry.
Right? Didn't he yelled at Simon for saying he was gonna burn down the city they got rejected in?
Oh, yes, yes, yes. Okay, I got you.
And now Jesus is telling them they gotta
Yes.
wipe the dust off their boots. He said, you've been touched by the presence of God, all ye.
Right. Know that the kingdom of God has come near you, right? Yeah. But then he's in verse 12, it's a pretty harsh message, isn't it?
But I say to you that there will be no
It will be more terrible in the day of Solomon than for that city. Wow, don't reject
people
Jesus.
should be better with him.
It'll be more terrible. It'll be worse for that city.
Well, it's
Let-
saying Sodom and Gomorrah was worse than what it will be now.
No, it'll be more terrible because if you can tolerate, they could tolerate the
Mother,
day
I fear we
of
maybe
Solomon more
have
than in that.
a bit of a misunderstanding.
But either way, it's going to be bad.
No, I don't think it's gonna be fine.
No, no. So you know how
Oh,
you
no,
can
no, 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 no. Do you know what verse is this?
verse 12.
But I say to you that it will be more tolerable in that day. Oh, so in the city that day, it will be worse than when it was in Sodom and Gomorrah.
Yeah, yes.
But the city doesn't exist anymore.
We don't, well, we don't, the city of Sodom and Sodom doesn't exist anymore. Is that what you mean?
Right, it got burned to the
Yeah,
ground.
it got burned, but that's what he's referencing the burning and the destruction. Yes.
He can be making veiled threats like that, dude.
No, but this is Jesus. He could.
I know, but he said he just told people not to, whatever. Don't
I know.
threaten people. It's a non-violent movement.
I think
What verse?
maybe he's just warning them, you know? He's just being honest, maybe, you know, that you can't reject the
Well,
message.
you gotta stand up for yourself, but don't threaten people.
Right. And it's not like you're bringing a message. If they reject the message, then it's hurtful on them. So
Or
it's a
you just letting them know the reality of their situation, which
yeah,
that could be right perceived that way, but
yeah.
who knows?
Yeah, so let's see what happens in 13. Let's see.
Woe to you, Chorazin. Woe to you, Bethsaida. For if the mighty works which were done in you had been done in Tyre and Sidon, they would have repented long ago, sitting in sackcloth and ashes.
So these must be two places that are not listening to Jesus, it sounds like.
Well, they're not, yeah, they're not listening.
Yeah.
But it will be more tolerable for Tyre and Sidon at the day of judgment than for you.
Mm,
And
that
you,
may-
Capernaum,
yeah,
who are exalted to heaven, will be brought down to Hades. He who hears you hears me. He who rejects you rejects me. And he who rejects me rejects him who sent me. So don't reject God.
right, exactly. That's the message, I think, right? That is the message he wants them to know.
Because
He's given them a
you
great opportunity that they're going out to preach to these cities and share. And then if you reject that message, you're losing out.
right, mother. If you reject a brother or sister, you reject God. Remember that.
Hmm. Hmm.
But sometimes they need it.
Oh,
So don't be afraid
wow.
to
And now, are we doing
walk
the
it up.
70 returned or in the next?
We're gonna find some peace.
We're gonna find some